The battlefield of the Valley of Elah lies silent between two waiting armies. Dust drifts slowly across the rocky valley floor as soldiers from both sides watch the same terrifying figure step forward once again. His name is Goliath. Towering above every other warrior, the giant stands covered in heavy bronze armor that shines under the desert sun. His spear is massive, designed for crushing power in close combat. For 40 days he has challenged Israel, and for 40 days no one has dared to face him. Then something unexpected happens. A young shepherd named David steps forward from the Israelite camp. He is not a trained soldier. He carries no heavy armor, no spear, and no sword. At first glance, he seems completely outmatched. King Saul attempts to equip the young shepherd with royal armor, placing a helmet on his head and a heavy breastplate across his chest. But almost immediately, David realizes the problem. The armor restricts his movement. From a tactical perspective, mobility is everything on an open battlefield like this one. Heavy armor slows reaction time and reduces speed. David removes the armor and returns to the weapons he knows best: a shepherd's staff, a sling, and a pouch filled with smooth stones from the stream. As David walks down the dusty valley floor, the entire battlefield begins to watch. Soldiers stand along the rocky hillsides while banners ripple in the desert wind. Across the valley, Goliath notices the approaching figure. The giant laughs. From his perspective, this is no warrior, only a boy. The massive spear rises in his hand as he prepares to crush the challenger in a single strike. But David is not preparing for close combat. Instead, he reaches into his pouch and selects a smooth stone. Placing it into the sling, he begins to spin the weapon in a tight circle above his head. Each rotation builds speed. Each movement increases momentum. In ancient warfare, skilled slingers could launch stones with incredible velocity, fast enough to penetrate armor or crush bone. What appears to be a simple shepherd's tool is actually a powerful projectile weapon. As the giant advances, confident and unafraid, David releases the sling. The stone rockets across the battlefield. In a single instant, it strikes the only vulnerable point in the giant's armor, his forehead. The impact is sudden and devastating. The enormous warrior staggers. Then, with a thunderous crash, Goliath collapses onto the dusty valley ground. For a moment, the entire battlefield freezes. No one moves. No one speaks. Then the realization spreads across the hillsides. The giant has fallen. David walks forward across the battlefield dust, approaching the enormous armored body lying motionless on the ground. Standing beside the fallen giant, the contrast is striking. A small shepherd next to the massive warrior who once terrified an entire army. Golden sunset light spreads across the valley as dust drifts slowly through the air. The battle that seemed impossible has already been decided, and the lesson of the valley is clear. Victory did not belong to the largest warrior on the battlefield. It belonged to the one who understood speed, precision, and strategy. But there is a deeper truth behind this moment. On that day in the Valley of Elah, God showed that strength does not come from size, armor, or weapons. God empowers the weak, gives courage to the humble, and lifts up those who trust in Him. And that is how a shepherd defeated a giant, and how faith changed history forever.